Yeah, I mean, it was, it's what postseason is about, man. It's a beautiful thing to be playing here and in front of these crowds, and what's at stake. So, our boys went out there and competed as well as we can, and leave it all on the field. And obviously we have a high energy team with Jackson, Toddy, myself, Arise. But whenever our pitching staff goes out there and does what he did today, Dylan, I think he set the tone for everyone. I'm just happy we won. I know it was going to be a grind, and it wasn't going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy. I mean, nothing's easy at this point of the season. So, just like I told the boys, man, let's just go out there and continue to grind. It's not easy. Nothing's, to climb these mountains is not easy. You got the best of the best playing right now. Who've all had hell of a seasons and tremendous years, and this is why we're here. So just go out there, compete, enjoy it, and just leave it on the field.
Hi everybody, welcome to Marty Time TV. I'm Marty Caswell. That's Garegnani. We're brought to you by the all-new Casino Resort, the Flames Place. All right, guys, we're at a bar outside of Wrigley Field because it's been a long day with us, and we needed to get our beers, and we need to talk some Padres. Hey, how are you?
I'm wonderful with the fact that the Padres get to live to see another day. That's the key here. I got the long. There we go. Okay, I'm wonderful. We have finished our 15-hour day. You have a beverage, I have a beverage, and the Padres live to fight another day, Marty. Everyone inspired them to love it.
Yeah, everyone loves it. They come to the field, Chicago, it's so good. All right. I'm going to even start the today's game. Today, we're going to take it to the Padres. They took it to the baseball that they were successful in the regular season, right? First thing on the pitches, the bullpen was lights out, plus defense. They couldn't run away. We talked about the game. Their Bulldogs, man, they absolutely dazzling play up football winner at second base. Manny Machado, coach, today, signature home run today. Teams with a catch. That was remarkable.
It was exactly what a Mike Schill Padres win was typically going to be, right? They set enough of a lead, and then 3-0 in the postseason, as you know, like most people know, might as well be 50-0. It really might as well be 50-0 with this bullpen, with this group of guys. And I don't think the run situation, the scoring situation is solved by any means, but 404 feet off the bat of Manny Machado sure needed that situation. And I just thought everything else went. Here's what I was saying. I think Craig Counsell and Mike.
I'm hearing an echo, which tells me that it's something going on. Hey, like that. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I need to do this. My ears. Okay, I think we're back. Is that better?
I don't hear an echo anymore.
Okay, good.
Okay, thanks for sticking with
Sorry,
us.
guys.
We
Sorry
are
about that.
so back.
Okay, so you're talking about Craig Counsell. I'm guessing you're talking about the decision to let him pitch not get pitch to Manny Machado with first base open.
It's definitely a part of what I was going to talk about because I feel like this series has really been an incredible chess match between Schilt and Craig Counsell, and I definitely say Craig won game 1 with the way he handled Matthew Boyd in his bullpen.
Yes.
Today, Mike Schilt won that chess match.
Yes.
He managed this game really, really well. And I get Mike's under the gun with a lot of Padre fans. I thought he did a brilliant job in this game managing it, using Dylan's the perfect length, in my opinion. I just thought it was a really good managerial job by Mike in this one.
I completely agree. And that was, by the way, if they had not done the bullpen was magnificent. But Dylan Cease had such an important start for the Padres today with 3.2 innings and just of shutout baseball. And as he mentioned in his post game, it gave him confidence heading to the postseason. Sorry about that, guys. What's happening?
I mean, it's a live remote from a bar. You got to get a break.
It's a live remote from the bar. Usually it's on my laptop, but the press box yesterday's setting was just terrible. So here we are at, I don't know, we're across from a place called Insomnia Cookies. All right. So I know Mason Miller spoke yesterday in postgame, spoke tonight in postgame, right? He was unbelievable, but he was asked about whether or not he can pitch tomorrow, right? 2 straight games. what just incredible postseason debut for Mason Miller. Suarez pitch again tonight too. I would imagine that if the Padres can find a way to avoid using Mason Miller tomorrow, that's the hope. But it sounds like it's an unofficial bullpen game. Yu Darvish, I'm gonna make sure that I don't lose power. Yu Darvish is gonna start tomorrow, and we're gonna see what happens after that. I think Michael King could go tomorrow, or maybe you're gonna save Michael King for a game one. But if you're the Padres, you can't think that way. You have to put all hands on deck for game three.
Yeah, I fully expect to see Michael tomorrow just because you haven't used him yet. And I guess there's two scenarios. If you goes out there and throws the ball really well, you might not need to use Michael. Maybe you throws 5-6 innings. If you can only get through 3, then maybe you see Michael. I asked Mason exactly that about possibly pitching. He said, I'll do whatever I need to do, to play in this game tomorrow. But you got to think, like you said, they're going to try and avoid using.
You need one out. If you need one out tomorrow, bring in Mason Miller. Bring that guy in. By the way, these people are laughing at us. There's 2 Padres fans.
You guys were there, right?
Here, I'm going to show them really quick. Just so much. Okay.
Oh,
2 Padres fans right here. We're doing a live show in San Diego. I see a Tony Gwynn jersey, the Browns. And you have Jackson Merrill. Did I see Jackson Merrill jersey? Woo! Look at these Padres fans. All right, I'm sorry.
Well, that gave me just enough time to have a sip of
This is Jake
Daisy
from
Cutter.
This is Jake from CBS 8, by the way, in San Diego. Yeah.
Marty is way more famous than I
No,
am.
I'm not. Anyways, hey, enjoy that drink. Go Padres.
Padres.
There we go. All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shizzle. All right. All right.
Okay, on the plus side, Marty,
Wait, hang
everything.
The audio is okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Man, what a day we're having today. Okay. Hopefully you can hear us. Wait, let's see these comments. Hang on.
No, it's going to be a good one.
No, can Mason give us?
That's it. Could 27 tomorrow? 27 pitchers or 27 outs? I think to your point, if we're being serious for a second, Mason could come in a huge situation and get 1 or 2 outs. I think he's capable of that, but you're not going to see him throw 6 outs tomorrow. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. How big do you think this was for Manny Machado? I know Manny got a little bit salty with some of the media back in San Diego when he was asked about sense of urgency. Listen, the 1 through 3 yesterday did pretty much nothing. They were 0 for 11 yesterday. Today was a much different outcome. Tatis got it going right away. Tatis and Luis Arias in the first inning. Manny Machado with a huge hit. I think even if you're a player as great as Manny Machado is, you need to get that monkey off your back. The postseason pressure, and he delivered today. I think these guys are going to be playing free and easy as you possibly can in a game 3.
Yeah, and I think to your point, it was huge for Manny. I mean, he has 8 career home runs for the San Diego Padres in the postseason, which is stunning. It leads the franchise.
Yeah, 12 overall.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not like he hasn't been big in the postseason, but the fact that he hit that one today, and I think everyone in that clubhouse and in that dugout knows that kind of lead was safe with that team. So that the second that ball left Wrigley Field, it was just this huge pressure off the San Diego Padres, I think, and definitely off of Manny Machado, who, mind you, in that game had 2 real big opportunities before that to drive in some runs.
And that's why I think that was so massive, because I don't care who you are and how great you are and you're halfway to the Hall of Fame, you're feeling the pressure, and you see, you hear that Manny sees and hears everything. Don't let him fool you with, I don't pay attention. Yes, he does. Monkeys off the back.
1,000%. And it was just a huge swing, a swing that essentially solidified that win for the Padres. And I think it meant a lot to him. I wasn't able to listen to his full presser because I was in the clubhouse. I assume, yeah. Did you listen to his whole presser?
I went back and I went through some of the notes as well. So yes.
He seemed very kind of laissez-faire like he always is about it, right?
Yes and no, but he just talked about how like everyone in the postseason here is good right now. I mean, everyone's here for a reason. He gave a message to his team about this, how they need to play. You're going to leave it all on the line for tomorrow. So I just, I thought he was very, very businesslike in his address.
I'll say one thing before we wrap up the Manny Machado conversation for this is that I think Manny is always the calm presence. And look, it's probably irritating to us in the media and maybe the fans because he always goes, just want to go out there and play baseball. We just got to go out there and play good baseball. He'll always say that, right?
Genuinely believe.
But the dude really believes that. Like, he really does. And it's kind of irritating as a media member, I guess. But at this we're so back, baby. We are so back.
Listen to me. We're doing this on my cell phone, you guys. You guys know me. I usually do it from my laptop, like a weird place in my kitchen. Today, I'm on my cell phone, so I'm having slight issues. I really hope the audio is okay.
If they're not entertained by the conversation, they're at least entertained by our production here. So I would say Manny's calm presence is key for this team because they really stayed calm with their back up against the wall. Back to you, Marty.
Okay. If the Padres win tomorrow, I just want them to go ahead and celebrate with Daisy Cutter Pale Ale. Can you see it? Because this beer is
Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
It's not a sponsor. You haven't had time to drink it. Go ahead and take a.
You got to hold the mic.
I'm going to hold the mic.
While you fire up the next question.
Yes.
Here we go. I'll enjoy this beverage. Audio and production.
Audio's bad too. Hang on, guys. Wait.
Uh-oh. She's like, I won't skip
No,
to the back.
hang on. I can't have that. Settings, audio. Oh, no. Okay, now we're back.
Again.
We fixed the audio. And we're not going to move at all. All right.
Take
Have
care.
fun, you guys.
Pods tomorrow.
Bye, Gwen. Bye, Meryl.
All right.
All right, Padre
Okay,
fans in the brown.
Back.
We're back. What was your question?
We didn't have one. We were setting up a new one. I was finally going to enjoy a beverage here. So I think we just keep rolling. Game 3 tomorrow. Why don't we jump into the nitty gritty and your thoughts on it?
My nitty gritty is it's going to be Yu Darvish tomorrow. It's going to be Freddie Fermin catching a third straight game. My favorite part of today was seeing Luis Camposano go out there with his catcher's gear to go ahead and warm up. I think more Rahoni between innings. But listen, here on out, if you see anybody not named Fermin, I would be shocked for tomorrow. Yu Darvish going, I just wonder like how short the leash is going to be on Yu Darvish, because when he gets hit, he's been giving a lot of home runs lately, and the one thing the Padres cannot come back from lately seems to be a home run deficit. They're going to win these games kind of the way they won today. Get that one timely hit. Great defense by Tatis, great defense by Xander Bogaerts, and you hope that your bullpen can be close to perfect.
I think everything you just said, on top of it being a Game 3 winner take all, like the idea of anybody going deep into the game will probably be pretty rare. What are you laughing at? That's so intense. I think you will be on a relatively short leash, especially when you talk about whether people could hear me or not before, Michael King being in that bullpen. Yeah. Because I really don't think Mike's going to make it through. I mean, if the Padres go out and take a 4-run lead in the first tomorrow, all right, that's different. But if things go as they likely will, I don't see Mike leaving this series without using Michael.
Who's your game 1 starter on Friday in Milwaukee?
I genuinely.
Yes, by the way, yes, I'm thinking ahead because we can do that. The players not so much, but I'm thinking ahead.
But I genuinely don't think as a manager you can. You have to find a way to win this game, and you figure out game 1 later, right? Like. You can't deal with that. You figure out game 1 if you get there. You have to fire all the bullets tomorrow.
Sorry, something fell on my. Did you?
If the leaves are falling,
we're underneath the tree right now.
They have this thing out here in Chicago called seasons,
where
the weather like changes and leaves fall. So
look, there's.
See, there you go.
Okay, all right. I would be surprised. Well, no, Michael King. How about Randy Vasquez? Or is Randy Vasquez he
may end up being your game 1 starter.
But he's also been he's been extremely efficient, except he hasn't come out of the bullpen this year for the Padres, or maybe he did and I missed it.
Did he early in the season for a little bit, yeah.
But as Michael King is more equipped to do that because he did that with the Yankees.
Correct.
Although that was 2 years ago.
And we spoke to Michael in the clubhouse today, and he said, look, this is exactly how it used to feel. I've been waiting to go into a game. I'm used to this. It's not the end of the world. And I think he's excited that I would be shocked, again, depending on situation, if Michael doesn't throw tomorrow.
Okay, Mills just said he just did the other day. So I assume they're talking about Randy Vasquez.
Yeah, he came in.
Okay, so I must have missed it. So, all right. I guess if you're who do you trust right now? If hopefully Darvish going back to Chicago, the team that traded him to the Padres back in 2020 in reverse cost, the Cubs. Cost cutting, sending Darvish to San Diego for Zach Davies and forced prospects. If he has a short outing, who do you trust the most to give you 3 good innings?
Out of the guys we've spoken about, Michael King. I trust Michael.
Hey. Jesse on fire. We're not lovebirds.
Hey,
Jake is a happily married man.
Today is my anniversary with my wife. 5 years married and together 14. So there you go. Cheers.
You dated for 14 years. You've only been married for 5 years.
Yeah. Well, we got together when we were 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so we were high school sweethearts. But today, October 1st, is my wife and I's anniversary. So there you go. I am a lovebird, but
Congratulations.
I do love Marty, but not
Shout out your wife. What's your wife's name?
Francesca. Shout out Francesca.
That's a beautiful name. Shout out Francesca. Congratulations.
So who do I trust most out of the bullpen? I think it's Michael if you need like 3 bulk innings, but they're going to use every single arm in that bullpen. There's the high leverage arms. Yuki Matsui is not going to throw tomorrow, but you know what I mean.
Yuki Matsui, you're not going to see Yuki. No, Manny Peralta hasn't been used yet in this series. Maybe you have him in the right matchup.
Don't see him.
Listen,
And I'm not saying he hasn't been good, but
he's been good.
like Morahone, the interesting thing is how much he threw today.
Three
right?
straight days. You get 3. Are you going to give? I would be stunned if Mason Miller pitched tomorrow, unless he. But Morahone, 3 straight days. Okay, let me ask you this: how much do you trust Estrada? And listen, here's the thing: the Padres. He worked a ton in the regular season, and I think he's been kind of gassed heading into the stretch. I think you've seen that over his past 5 or 6 outings. Estrada, emotional, pitching at Wrigley Field. The team, he's got a massive chip on his shoulder for DFAing and not believing in him. How much do you trust Estrada tomorrow?
I trust Jeremiah a lot. I think if you look at the bulk of his work, he's done a really, really good job. And I know he gave up the run in game 1, but I really trust Jeremiah a lot. And I think the bulk of the innings tomorrow will fall on you, who I think is going to throw the ball pretty well. I could see you going out there and throwing 4 2/3 solid, 1-2 run baseball.
Yeah.
And then Michael coming in and bridging it with Estrada, and Suarez is still quite fresh. I mean, yeah. And so I think those guys, and then if you need Mason for an out, or if you need Wandy for an out, maybe that's where those guys come in. But I really think the story of game 3 will be the offense more than anything. I think, and as much as I love what happened today, we're glossing over a little bit of the fact that this team still was not great offensively today. They're hitting the ball hard, but like Manny's 1 swing in the 1 early run, but otherwise not great with runners in scoring position again. Obviously not great in game 1. Like, do they pop? Does this offense finally do it? Or are they going to win another 2-1 game? Or is it going to be a 1-run showing? That's my biggest concern going into tomorrow.
Is Manny getting hot? Are we starting to see something from Manny Machado? I mean, he was starting to heat up towards the end of the regular season. What are we seeing? What is that? What do you think 1 home run can do for him?
I mean, I don't think Manny's ever lacked any confidence. So it's not like, oh, Manny hit 1 home run, now he's going to be feeling confident. I think Manny's going to be Manny. It's hard because the top of this order hasn't been great in this series, and it's what scares me. But with that being said, I don't know who the Cubs are going to use pitching tomorrow. You want to talk about the Padres being in a little bit of a spot. The Cubs have used a ton of arms. I mean, who starts tomorrow for them? Tyone? I haven't seen if they've announced it.
I don't even know yet.
They used Colin Ray today. They've used a lot of arms. I think they go with a ton of their bullpen too.
Did you like how much trolling the Cubs did for the Padres this year? Jake Arrieta threw at the first pitch. Was that yesterday?
That was game 1.
That was game 1. Jake,
Yeah.
He was like a desperate deadline acquisition for the Padres. He did nothing. Then Drew Pomerantz yesterday, who just was Mr. Invisible during his 4-year contract. I mean, really.
I saw Drew walking to Starbucks today, just down the street, by the way. Yeah, completely irrelevant, but I just thought that was funny. But yeah, there was a lot of trolling going on. The Pomerantz thing, we were joking in the press box. I was like, he's got to throw him a cookie at one point. He owes the Padres, right? Maybe you'll see it tomorrow. Maybe you'll see it.
And they had and Colin Ray. I thought at one point we're going to be talking about the Padres, the former Padres relievers coming in to go ahead and do some damage. Colin Ray and Drew Pomerantz. What are we doing here?
Yeah, we'll see. I think their bullpen and the arms they're going to use match up against the offense of the Padres will be interesting. By the way, I got to show you how hard Marty Caswell works because she has a fanny pack Uncrustable. This thing's been sitting in her fanny pack all day because we don't eat. I don't think people realize these are 15, 16-hour days. You're just grinding away, right? And look, I say that relatively speaking. We have amazing jobs, love what we do. But it's a grind. And so Marty's got a smashed Uncrustable in her fanny pack that she's been carrying around because I assume you haven't eaten all day like I have.
I wanted to defend myself really quick. Number one, the Cubs have an amazing press box, especially if you're 10 years old. Because I'm not even joking, right? They have chocolate. They have the organic They have chocolate milk in the press box. They have regular milk. Then they have another container with like orange juice, apple juice, cranberry juice. Then they have ice cream. They also have Uncrustables. Yesterday in the post game, I was so hungry. I went to get some food, and they locked everything up. So today I'm like, they lock it. That final strike, it's locked, right? Automatic lock. So today, I did not want to be denied. I got a sandwich before pregame, and I haven't had time to eat it. There's no food at this bar.
No.
Most of the bars near Wrigley Field don't have food. So this, I'll split it with you. This might be dinner.
That's all you. I'm gonna let you. You worked hard for this Uncrustable. I'm gonna let you enjoy it. I'll get one tomorrow in the press box, so there's no doubt about that. Who wins tomorrow?
Listen, I'm going to use that word that media hates, momentum. I think the Padres have momentum. I think this bullpen is the best bullpen of any team currently in the playoffs right now. And I think that the commentators are flummoxed at the idea of Mason. I would have Mason Miller warming up or have it announced just to go ahead and get in their heads. Just, you have no intention of throwing him out. Get him up, warm him up, and just say, now warming up for the Padres. Number 22, Mason Miller.
See, the problem with that philosophy is you would have to pump that into the dugout because you can't see the bullpens at Wrigley Field. They're hiding behind the ivy. But I do like where your head's at with this. I think when you talk about tomorrow, look, this would be historic. Since 2022, when they expanded the wild card to the 3-game series, no team has ever lost game 1 and come back to win the series. The Padres are trying to do so. Only 2 of the series have even ever gone to a game 3 before this year. So this is already kind of unprecedented territory. If the Padres can pull it off, they would make some new age wildcard history. With that being said, I love their chances tomorrow. And the reason I really like it is because of Yu Darvish. You got a guy who's thrown a lot in the postseason, who, yes, he's lost a little bit. Yeah, he's old, but he's still crafty. He knows how to throw.
Good in the postseason last year against the Dodgers.
Think about Game 5 against. Like, I can see him putting together a vintage Yu Darvish outing, and then the Padres manufacturing some runs, maybe getting another big swing and pulling it up. I feel good about tomorrow. I really do.
I do. There's something there. The vibe is back. We've been talking about the Padres vibe. There's been time it's been missing even after a win. That vibe, that energy, that confidence is back. So, like Dylan C. said, they're not ready to go home yet. So let's see what happens, man.
I think it's a completely different series if Cade Horton was healthy. But the fact that they don't have Cade Horton and they are relying on whatever arms they got left feels pretty good.
Okay, Hunter Ross wants to know, are we at Vines on Clark? I don't know. Where are we?
Let me ask. Hey, guys, where are we? What's the name of this bar?
They don't know either. No one knows. No one knows. But they have beer.
Do you know the name of this bar? Wrigleyville?
Oh, where Wrigleyville? No, that's not it. No. They don't know. They don't know where they're at.
Okay. We'll do some research. Okay, thanks.
Right.
We'll do some research. Clearly, they need to work on their signage.
Yeah, they don't. There's no signs here, and no one that's here knows where they're at.
Also different. If we had Adams and Ramon Laureano, I completely agree with that. I mean,
by the way, real quick, do you think that's for the third straight day, Schultz going to throw out 3 straight lefties in the bottom? I mean, you almost have to. What do you mix up? Do you move Fermin up? I don't think you do that.
No, I don't. It was interesting to see how quickly he pinch hit for Gavin today with Jose Iglesias coming in. Right? I mean, obviously. The thing about the postseason is you really have to pick your shots, right? And obviously him deciding to pinch hit Jose and then immediately burning Bryce Johnson too. He used 2 players for that one pinch hit. I mean, you got to pick your shots. I think it depends on who they start tomorrow, whether it's the 3 lefties.
There's some like weird weather stuff happening right now. I think the tree's going to fall on us. Kenji Harima says that we were at Brick House Tavern.
You know what? I could just solve this real quick. You do what the kids call fill the time for a second. I'll just look up where we are.
I'm not sure how to go in Van, but I am going to say this, that Eddie Vedder has to be retired. We need to officially retire the Vedder Cup. That he's saying the national anthem now for 2 straight days. He's a diehard Cubs fan. Who are they going to roll out tomorrow? I'm going to go Bill Murray tomorrow.
Brian was right. We're on Vines on Clark.
Oh, we're in Vines on Clark. All right.
Well done.
Chad, no, we cannot get a Harry Carey impression. I will tell you this, though. When I used to work way back in the day, way back in the day, one of my earlier jobs, I worked at the Sheraton near the airport. And the Cubs would always stay at that Sheraton when they'd come play in San Diego. And Harry Carey would hold court, so I met Harry Carey.
I have an interesting Harry Carey story that I don't know if anyone cares to hear, but I'm going to tell it because we might as well. I was in the press box at Petco when the Cardinals were in town. The CBS 8 had one of the games. And there were two kids sitting next to me in the press box, and you know this, you don't really see kids in the press box, and I thought it was interesting. But the kid was really into the game. He was keeping score, and he started just like fake calling the game, and he was asking me some questions, and I said, clearly you know somebody with the Cardinals. He had a jersey on, which another thing you don't see. And I said, who do you know with the Cardinals? He goes, my dad is the play-by-play guy for the Cardinals. I said, oh, TV? And he goes, yeah. And then I start to do some research. I'm sitting next to Harry Carey's great-grandson because Chip Carey does the Cardinal games. And then one of the brothers does like A's games. It's a whole family.
The twins, right? The twins, you said?
Well, the kid that was sitting next to me was just by himself.
Okay.
But he was young. He was like 11. So it was like his great-great-grandkid. And he's already ready to be the next great sportscaster.
Yeah. All right. Someone said James Kellen's pitching tomorrow, righty. So keep your lefties in there.
Yeah.
All lefties. Five straight lefties. Let's go.
Until they bring in their lefty, and then you counter with your big pinch hit with Jose.
Yes. By the way, Chad says that you're living the dream. Thanks for the coverage. We are living the dream, and I will tell you this. I will never take it for granted. I posted this on Twitter and on Threads, but the very first ballpark I ever went to when I was a teenager and I was working at McDonald's was Wrigley Field. I was a huge baseball fan. And I remember flying here and coming off the red line, and the first view of Wrigley Field took my breath away. I don't get emotional ever. Just so you guys know, I'm very, very mean that way. But it brought tears to my eyes. This place takes your breath away, and it is remarkable. I love playoff games at Petco Park. Love, love, love. I hope it happens back in San Diego next week. There is nothing like a playoff game at Wrigley. That opening the Cubs put on today was just amazing because of the history of it all. So I am lucky to be here. This is awesome. You're awesome.
Oh, you're sweet. You may or may not know this. This is my first time ever to Wrigley. So this is my whole first experience with Wrigley. And it's incredibly charming. It's if you love baseball, these are the moments, these are the things that you live for, to see a Wrigley Field, to see a Fenway Park. I mean, I was thinking about it today because the calendar turned to October, quite literally October 1st. And I was just, is Xander Bogaerts' birthday? Yeah. My wife and I's anniversary? My niece's birthday? A lot going on. But I was thinking about it quite literally in the sense of like how the memories and the moments of all the great stories we think about in baseball are made in October and November. And like to see Manny hit a home run and to see these things where you're like, oh, they're starting to write those memories that hopefully we remember for a lifetime in October and November. And it's like, hey, tomorrow might decide whether that Manny Machado home run lives in our lore or whether we forget it forever. But it's just the beauty of the pressure of October baseball.
Awesome. This has been such a fun series. It really has been a fun series so far. All right, I lied to you. I promised you a shorter interview because we're both tired and we're both hungry and there's no food here, even though now we have figured out where we are. So to apologize and to thank you for your time. You could have my smashed peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich. This is for you, Jake Garegnani, because you work your butt off for CBS 8. You should find his work on the Twitter. Give me your handle, please. I'm sorry I don't have it up on me.
At Jake Garegnani, which is impossible to spell.
Garegnani. Did I nail it?
You did.
I peaked early. I won the spelling bee at my school in 4th and 5th grade. And look what that gets you. Nothing.
I can't spell or read or do math, and look where it gets you. Sitting at, where are we? Tavern and something?
I don't know.
With a smashed Uncrustable
Tavern and smoke.
Half-drank beer, so.
Hey. Appreciate you. This was fun. Hey, Padres fans, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm sorry about the audio issues early. I'm sorry about the all the issues. It was a disaster early on, but we fixed it. I hope we're back.
Have some grace for this woman who busts her tail everywhere and is trying to bring you great Padres coverage. So sorry about a little audio. Sorry about a little video. Get that Uncrustable.
Oh, so good.
That's pride right there. Go Padres, huh?
Okay, how do I end this?
Who knows how to end it? Let's just let the night roll.
Oh, wait. Wait.
I like how we've ended it 3 times on accident.
I'm sorry, my mouth is full. We're brought to you.
Gotta get the sponsor in.
We're brought to you by the all-new Hummel Casino Resort, the Players Place. I'm Marty Caswell with a peanut butter sandwich in my mouth. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
If you're not entertained, I don't know what to tell you. Go get game 3. Go Pods. Let's go. That's good vibes. I don't know how to hang up, but good night.
Mason, were you waiting for the playoffs to go ahead and unleash 104 miles an hour?
Not necessarily, but the adrenaline helps. What's this experience been like for you, pitching the playoffs for the first time?
It's exciting. I mean, we've been treating every game as such for a while, but to be here in front of a crowd that's living and dying with every pitch is pretty exciting.
I mean, velocity is one thing, but locating it is something else. It looks like you're putting the fastball pretty much where you want to right now. You feel like you can pretty much command it however you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've spread it around a little bit too, but yeah, I think commanding it's been a huge part of these last 2 games for me, and the slider being effective as well.
Xander said that he was looking back behind you and just kind of laughing a little bit when you were throwing that hard. It's like it's not fair to have your guys thinking that on your team. What's that make you feel?
Yeah, I love the support that these guys have for each and every guy in this clubhouse, but to have the fielders behind me say things like that is pretty nice feeling.
For the vast majority of the world who will never throw a ball that hard, can you explain to us what it's like to throw the ball that fast, 104.5 miles an hour?
I mean, you have to have confidence in it, but I mean that's my fastball. It's my normal, I guess, but that's a good feeling throwing it by a guy.
Nice seeing the first guy to ever strike out the first 8 batters in their postseason debut. Does that mean anything to you?
No, not right now. I mean, individual awards aren't why any of us are here, so it's just about doing our part to help the team win, and we gave ourselves a chance tomorrow, and we're going to come back and do our best to win the game again.